What's up, everyone? It's Zack Clayton, and I'm pumped to introduce you to my podcast, Prestige Access. Let's get to work. 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 Mike, what's up, my man? It's been a little bit since it's just you and I in studio. How you been?
Good, man. I can't complain. And it's this snow. I'm looking out the window. There's still 12 inches over there, and we just added a few last night.
I know.
Talk about ruining your mental health. Like, I just want warm weather, man. Me and my daughter, she wrote it down, 42 degrees, which it is today, and we could go out and run. The problem is, like, obviously the road conditions. I don't need her slipping and now having a memory of running and getting injured or anything like that. But yeah, it's been stressful, man. We were on a great run running, and now it's just been every day ice, snow.
Great run
needed
running.
to go away. Yeah.
Yeah, didn't she make like a rule with you that if it's over 40, you have to go out?
Exactly. Yeah.
That's awesome.
So we do. Yeah, we've been holding ourselves to that. Unfortunately, there's almost 2 weeks where we didn't hit the teens, bro. It's been so stressful. So that sucks. We are working on, I don't know. I guess you're the wrong person to ask because you started lifting like 13 years old, right?
11.
Is that right? 11, bro. Yeah. Like I'm scared. I got my ass kicked on a treadmill once, like when I was in middle school or whatever. So I want to get her on a treadmill, but I'm very cautious right now. Like, so
outdoors is better anyway.
100%. You can't beat that incline. Also, it helps with your breathing. I conquered asthma running outside. So I think a lot of things, and also when I run outside, I don't get sick, like, because I guess like just your immune system grows. So that's right. Well,
it just makes everything so much. The cold air especially is really good for your lungs, actually, to help fight off the sickness and illnesses in it. And it does make you stronger, actually. The alveoli in your lungs, it really helps. The cold air, it's really beneficial, actually. Just like the heat binding proteins you build if you're in the sauna. So the cold has effect too that's positive. So
you know what's stressful for me? And we'll get into it because it just got triggered. We were going through our show notes before we started, and I noticed there's a lot of DMs that are wild and inappropriate and just out of this world. Hey, ask Zach this question. I was like, I'm not asking him that question. It's just like, so I can only imagine the little dose that I get into your world of what your DMs look like. But the reason...
Actually, man, let me just, sorry to interrupt, but like, yeah. And I can imagine what you get because I live it, but the amount of people that ask me, you're not going to guess this, but like, it's real. The amount of people that ask me if they can buy my unwashed, used ring gear is astonishing. It's astonishing. Yeah.
Yo.
And a lot of them are men. I'm not going to lie to you.
I can imagine. Yeah. Like, look, if it's tops or one of these memorabilia things trying to cut it up, like that'd be freaking epic. Actually, I met a guy, and we were talking about working that out one day to do something like that. His name's Jordan Spector. He actually does a lot of the Philadelphia athletes. And I was like, yo, dude, I got, my co-host that I do the show with Zack Clayton.
Really cool.
Yeah, that would be freaking awesome, right? Like cut up some ring gear and put it into cards.
Like the night I won the ACW title behind me, that'd be cool.
Yo, exactly, bro.
Yeah.
Exactly. So some of these questions have been out of this world. A few of them, like I noticed there was a guy in my DMs that works with me, and he was asking about like Ozempic and stuff like that, and like all that what he should do. Well, it turns out it looks like he took that path because the dude looks like a rail now. Like it's just wild. And I'm like, hey, I know I'm on this path and I know I'm getting healthier and I'm doing it the right way. But man, is that so deflating to see a guy literally take a shot, no pun intended, and outperform me now. And people are like, you look great. You look awesome. What's your secret? And I'm like, I know his secret. He DM'd me.
Well, it's almost like the people on steroids like outperform and I had to work since I was 11 years old for what I look like. I've never done any PEDs in my life. And some coworkers of mine, of course, look at him. I look really good. Right. But then there's like a level of steroids. Right. But it's like, yeah, well, he did this to get that. And that's what you're talking about. It's not the grind, the hard work, the effort. It's, well, he did something for it.
And I do think like that
Yeah.
medicine is meant for somebody who is diabetic or
Well, it is.
like, yeah, needs it. But yeah,
no, for sure. If you need it, it could save your life, actually.
Right.
Which is the purpose and the use for it. But yeah, I mean, you going outside and making the time regardless is super important. I know last weekend was really tough though, because it was literally minus 20 here in Jersey last weekend. But then we keep getting hit with snow. It's out of character for us, really. But the Ozempic stuff is crazy, man. It's out of control, and it took over like more than half of the Super Bowl commercials last week.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah, you saw DJ Khaled, who went on record probably 2 or 3 years ago saying he doesn't want to lose weight because all he does is win. Now, he's winning with that paycheck because that sponsorship has to be tremendous. All these athletes, Kenan Thompson, and the message was, hey, if there was a pill that did your job for you, would you take it? And so it's like just telling people to take the easy way out. If there was a pill for this, would you do it?
I know, man. It's just so messed up.
Yeah, it's wild. So
who was it? Rick? Was it Rick Ross? Who in the last decade? Maybe it was Khaled that just went on a huge weight loss journey. Was it only Khaled?
No, he's still big. So I think this is going to be. I bet you by the
they
time
made a thing with almond milk. It was like an almond milk jingle. Dude, I'm telling you, it was
too. I know Jelly Roll has lost a ton of weight.
Yeah, well, he's been working with Gary Brecka, right?
Right. Yeah. That's cool. That's really cool. And watching him on Instagram and all these other social platforms, really working out to get there is
he was training for, when he had the match with WWE, he actually trained for it.
Yeah.
And he was just he did an appearance at TNA over the weekend. So he's a wrestling fan too, which is really cool. But yeah, man, look, I'm obviously all for people getting healthy,
right?
But I want you to do it the right way. I don't condone I don't like anything. Jenny says all the time, it's like, you don't like because I don't like Advil. I don't like anything. I just think you can get better. You don't need the stuff. It's all new, really. If you look at a prescription, you ever seen a prescription for a head cold from the 50s? It's a joke because it's actually maybe we shouldn't have been doing that, but it's whiskey. Right. It's a shot of whiskey. It's a shot of lemon juice and a shot of warm honey all mixed together. And that was what they would write you back.
Now, alcohol.
Maybe should we have been prescribing alcohol? I don't know. Probably not.
With kids with their gum, when they would rub whiskey on their gums, right? And they're they'll be fine. It's they're drunk, bro.
That's right. That's right. But all these medicines, man, I don't like anything. I just think there's better ways to handle business. You could do it naturally. I like right now, actually, I have some lemon water over there with some electrolytes and BCAAs because I'm feeling a little bit under the weather because it sucks here in New Jersey. But I don't think we need to be drinking down Dayquil all day. There's better ways to handle things.
Yeah, my least favorite thing is during the holidays, we're in and out of people's houses. Maybe they smoke, maybe they got cats, maybe they have dogs. Yep. So people just think, oh, tough it up, have a Benadryl. Dude, when I take a Benadryl, I feel like I'm out of this world.
It's for your allergies or.
Yeah, I have really bad, I'm allergic to everything, under the sun. But things that really trigger me still are cats, dogs, smoking. Those are the three. If they're involved, I'm wheezing, I'm coughing, I'm whatever. Take a Benadryl, great. I have less symptoms, but literally my nephew threw one of the, a Nerf ball at me or whatever. And I couldn't react. It hit me in the head, in the face. And I just sat there. I couldn't, you were so out of your brain. I can't describe it. There's no other feeling in the world worse than me on Benadryl. And I hate it.
I didn't know you were allergic to cats.
Yeah.
I'm a cat guy.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, dude, I love cats.
Yeah. I love dogs. It just sucks.
I had a dog. I have had dogs my entire life, but when my last one passed, he just actually broke my heart like in a trillion pieces. And I don't know. We got cats, and now I love the cats. So
That's awesome. Yeah, my brother has both. But much like you, like, there are some cat owners where you could smell it on their jacket, you could smell it on them. They are a part of that, and being allergic, even just rubbing up on those people, like, does affect me eventually. But
wow,
with
I
you, man,
wonder if
like,
I've ever had like
no.
no.
Yeah, I've never. I do it, and I have a pretty good known feeling for people that
That's good.
yeah, like it's pretty bad. Like I can tell when I'm like, oh shit, you have a cat, and they're
Well,
like,
that's
how'd
good.
you
I don't
know?
want to be a cat guy already, like oh that you know what I mean? Like one of those cat people. That's yeah, so
No,
maybe
yeah.
I can give the underwear sniffer people another reason to buy my stuff. I don't know,
They're gonna
dude.
want your cat litter now.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Maybe I'll start naming a price and see if they go for it. I don't know.
Yo, if this fails, man, yeah, we got another
Yeah,
avenue of revenue. We got to get Daniel on the phone and see.
I know. They might I don't know. I don't know.
Um, hey
I'll
man,
happily do it. I don't care.
yeah,
You guys want my sweaty trunks? I don't it's gross, dude.
I want
People
to
are
I want
fun.
to Yeah, I want to share something with you that I saw happen yesterday, and I thought it was pretty cool. Anthony Kim, who was an amazing pro golfer. Unfortunately had a battle with alcohol, pills, and all this other stuff. Almost lost his life. Um,
Wow.
bounced back at 40 years old to win a live championship tournament, which is tremendous.
That's great.
He credits his daughter, his family, and just his overall change of life. I think there's so many people that are afraid to share their stories, and you don't really get to see that many. But talk about a redemption story and a half. It's just really cool, and everything we've been doing on this journey we've witnessed success stories, and it's made us feel good. But to see
Mhm.
one on the grandest stage of it all, at a championship match is just awesome. And I wanted to get your thoughts on that and overall feelings towards that.
You said he's 40,
Yeah, he just turned 40.
and how long ago
2010
when did he
was a
become
lot.
sober?
So around his daughter's birthday, and she's 12 years old now.
Oh,
So
great. Yeah.
yeah. So
Well,
yeah.
that anytime you can do it in your life, but especially once you get older, sort of to unfortunately what is now the halfway point, which
Yeah.
which sucks. That's a conversation we can have too, but like I don't, we don't know. Some say we're going to live to 120 and then our life expectancy is still 73 in the US. So
Mhm.
we don't know, but we know more often than not about 40 is halfway. And anytime you can turn your life around at that point is phenomenal in any capacity. But to have a story like that is so great to hear.
Yeah, he said he had three options. It was play with the PGA, play with Live, or never play golf again.
Right.
And he's so happy he picked the avenue he did. His body is clearly scarred by the decisions he made in his life. So you could see like there's a lot of issues, but he came back and is playing at an elite level, which is, not many people get to do that. I think of Doc Gooden with the Mets. That was somebody as a kid that I idolized, and then all of a sudden my dad had to explain to me like why he was no longer a Met was because he had these demons and he was fighting, addiction issues, and he's had his ups and downs, but he was able to go back to the other side, your side, the Yankees, throw a no hitter, win a World Series, do some amazing stuff with the Bronx, and honestly, like I was happy for him knowing that, but as a kid, I was just angry that he was no longer a Met because I didn't fully understand it. But
Right.
now knowing Doc's whole story, it's pretty dope, and this reminded me of that, like how there is. Wherever you are, you could always get somewhere else. And I think that's really the moral of this pod is, right? Like wherever you are, we're going to help you get to a better version of that.
Yeah. The real New York team, by the way.
I knew that was
We
coming. I knew
have,
that was coming.
listen, man, we have listeners, people who follow us all over. Our listeners want to get better. We have people that care to be better and get better and help other people get better. And it's never too late to do that, whether you're a pro athlete, in this case that we're talking about now, a person in the spotlight of any kind, or just someone who's a regular person, not in the spotlight, which is often harder because you don't have as many people to turn to, and you do. And especially that's why we wanted to make a platform like this. Like, you're not alone going through those struggles. Nobody is. And even at the highest level, those problems still exist. So in this case, I'm glad you brought it up. I mean, we just had the great talk with Valley Spring, those guys. I mean, we just talked about this.
Right.
Everyone goes through it. You're not alone, and there's always a way to help and get better and be better. You have to be around people that can help you get there.
Amen, dude. Amen. And I was glad to share this story with you too, because Live Golf is now secondary to the PGA, right? And I think about TNA and AEW allowing you to have more access and more abilities to show your superpower and be a pro wrestler. So it took me back to you and your family on the AEW ring celebrating, right? Like, so
yeah,
those moments are awesome. And I feel like the longer, the more opportunities out there for professional sports, whether it be male, female, the better. So having an alternative to the PGA that allowed this gentleman to live out and accomplish something that he could be proud of is, really cool. And to share that with his family on that type of stage is awesome.
Is it because he wasn't, the PGA wouldn't let him? Is that the reason?
I think he would have went. I think he definitely would have went to the PGA. It's just a question of if he would have gotten to where he is. So allowing, it's very hard. We have Brendan Matthews. That's a friend of a podcast that we were Swinging and Ding It, Jeff's pod. His wife Danielle. Brendan got injured, and he's like trying to get his card back to be in the PGA. He's a freaking amazing golfer, and he can't get back in. And he's getting there. He's going to get back in, and he's going to figure out a way to get back. But he had back issues, and all of a sudden, he had a surgery. He's feeling good. He's able to compete again, but now he's got to go back, and it's like starting from the indies all the way up. Yeah. So golf has always been protected, and then also like the PGA is kind of, it's changed, but it was kind of like the WWE where they didn't want to give people second chances. So they might have just been like, no, what you did in 2010, see ya, you're never coming back. So the fact that he had options allowed ability to come back. When you have one company running one thing, like I don't think, it's good. It's
well, look, competition, and now we use the word alternative because it's nicer, but really it's competition is really good for everybody because it makes people work harder. And now you have something to work against and for, right? To get better, not just because you want to, you have to survive. Mm-hmm. And when you have alternatives or a different place to go, in this case, it's great for the players. It's great for the athletes. To your point, like you were just bringing up about wrestling and the partnerships going on. It's a great time for the fans. It's a better time for the athletes because now we have options, and it's not just, I spoke about it with Nunzio on the pod. A lot of people ask pro wrestlers when they say, when are you going to quote unquote make it? They mean WWE WrestleMania World Champion main event.
Right.
And then you heard us talk with Nunzio about it. Dude, that is like 5 people. Like those are who can do that.
You could argue 3. You could argue 3, right?
3. Like, you go to the NFL, you got how many spots? You've got hundreds you can go to. 32 teams, 50-man rosters, and you made it. In our world, you don't have that. You have like 3 to 5 handful of spots.
Yeah.
So anytime you can make more spots by having more opportunity is a great thing for the talent.
Right. And forget the politics side too. Like, not that, the business, somebody could just not want you there. And all of a sudden, it doesn't matter what you perform unless you're over, right? Mm-hmm. And even there, and they could still, I look at CM Punk and a lot of the stuff that happened to him. One, it was because it was one company at the time. Mm-hmm. And 2, maybe some of it's self-inflicted. I'm happy where we're at now. and he's able to main event and be a champion in WWE. But we were deprived of 15 years of Punk, right? Like because of whatever, like they just couldn't get along. And
I know Punk.
yeah.
I know him and worked with him in AEW. And yes, and if not for AEW, he probably would have never come back. And he's very open about that, to wrestling in general, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and what was the reason? It's just people disagreeing.
Yeah,
that's it. Wow. It was opinions of people disagreeing, and they got carried away. And yes, it could have been a lot of things, but look, that's the best thing about wrestling. What could have been could still happen now, and it is now. And even though it's all these years later, that's kind of like the only sport that you can do that in and still make magic happen.
Fair.
Here we are. Yeah.
Yeah. It's been great. I mean, I'm excited for WrestleMania. We'll have news on that coming up soon.
Yeah.
But yeah, you touched on it very briefly, but I want to talk about it one more time. 38 was just announced as the new midlife age, and the death rate is at 77 years old.
It's 77. Okay.
Yeah.
So it actually went up a little bit from when I listened.
Well, I think this is the world. Like, I'm sure America's 70 where you said, but either way, that's bad. That's not good. And I'm a lot closer to death, according to this report, than I thought I was a week ago.
Let me actually look right now. Okay. Global life expectancy, 72 to 73 years. And that was in 2023. Well, so, COVID didn't help that, right?
Right.
So that took the average down a little bit.
Of course. Yeah.
But females tend to live longer with a global average age of 75.6.
I was thinking about, I don't know if I shared this joke with you, but like, of course, females are going to live longer. Like, I'm not trying to be sexist there, but somebody mentioned like how great Ricky Martin looked at the Super Bowl. And obviously he's no longer with the women, and somebody made that suggestion.
Listen, man, I was making this. I made the same joke, man. Let's just say it, dude. Listen, I mean, gay guys live a very happy life.
Like, look, I love my woman. It's so much fun, but dude, it's like, right? I think we, as males in this society, we put a lot on ourselves that maybe if our partner knew, they'd have no idea. I mean, the amount that we work even for this podcast just shows that, right, Zach? So we tend to put the weight of the world on our shoulders. So I could see the mental stress, and you always hear male heart attacks more than female heart attacks. Yeah. And I think that's a tribute to what we do to ourselves as a society. But yeah, it's just funny to see a guy who's no longer who also probably also got those kind of DMs about his underwear and his ring gear.
I think it's great because it's funny. We should be able to laugh about some things.
Yeah.
Ready?
My best friend.
Out.
Not to sound like this, but Arjali, my buddy, he's a gay man, but he was married. He had 2 kids. I love them both, Aiden and Aida. They're amazing people, but he was the ultimate dad, husband. He was so good. Mm-hmm. And I was like, and everybody he was now the we all had to reach to be him. So the second, he said that, he was no longer into women, I was like, you son of a, you made me look so bad.
Yeah. No, dude, in all seriousness, listen, it's great. It's awesome. And I just pulled up a stat while you were, because I had to. This is great. This is great. All right. Divorce rates among man-to-man couples. Actually, wait. So we know man and woman is over 50%, right?
Right.
Okay. Man to man, 28%. Woman to woman, 73%.
Oh, okay.
Listen, man.
That's just the numbers. We're not saying anything.
These are just the stats that I'm looking at right now that are from 2024. All right. And I'm just going to leave that there.
Yeah, that's a stat. That's a stat. Yeah, no
Yeah.
comment. Dude, I live in the world where facts are facts, right? Like I
Facts are
love that.
facts. Yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of people like try to skew the facts or whatever. So
Yeah.
it's tremendous that the facts are on our side for our feelings for that.
Yeah.
But shout outs to Ricky Martin. He looked freaking
Yeah.
jacked, dude. He looked great. I didn't even know it was him until he started like people in the room started saying it was him. I was like, oh my god. But yeah, so I hope maybe I think he's gonna outlive 77, God willing.
But you know what's super important, man, to bring up? We were just talking about mental health. We were just talking about guys. Guys have to, and I read something else a couple weeks ago. It was like one of those floating facts you see when you're just scrolling.
Yeah.
It was men need 3 guys nights a month to be satiated, like mentally good and happy and like well off, right? Like 3 guys nights just to chill. And I read that. I'm like, that's totally true.
No.
I do not get that. But if I did, like whenever I do, I feel like a whole lot better.
Yeah.
And I think that's a super important thing to bring up.
Yeah, the ACW for Ty and I, even like just being in the car driving to you and then just getting to experience that. And, it was a lot of work, but also there was a lot of fun times, right?
Yep.
So it was, and even the work was fun, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, of course.
But to have that experience, and then I shared with you why we're talking to Valley Springs, and we're talking about the importance of sending the message of check on your bro, right? Check on your brothers, check on your mates, check on your friends, and make sure that they're good. I literally in real time have my buddy that honestly I thought was doing great based off social media, based off his viral videos. We're going to have him on the show soon. I thought he was doing great. And he sends me this text saying, I need you. I need you. I need you for a couple hours.
Yeah.
I just need a bro right now. And, I screenshot it to you, Zach, and I said, hey man, I can't be a hypocrite. Like we're trying to create this message. I got to go. And he's like, go. And I walked right into my Denny's room and I said, hey, I got to go hang out with my buddy. He needs me right now. So, and look, we sat there, we talked, he's got 3 young kids under the age of 3. 2 are twins and,
that's
and
tough.
Life is hard. And there's a lot of people losing their jobs left and right. So he was a part of that situation. And it was just like, hey man, I'm here. I don't know what I can do, but I want to be here for you. So it was cool.
Sometimes just being camaraderie is just enough.
Yeah.
And look, the world we live in right now is a very unsettling, unpredictable environment for everybody. Mm-hmm. Everyone sees it and feels it every day. And sometimes you just need to be around friends and people that could take your mind off real life stuff. You can go laugh with, you can grab a drink. If you don't drink, go watch a game or do something, just hang out. And that's really important to recenter, rebalance, and refocus, reshape reality to, well, I have these people here with me, also probably going through issues, but we're all together right now in this moment. And that stuff is gone because we're focused on what we're doing right now. We're friends, we're hanging out, we're laughing, we're having fun. And I do believe it's super important to do that. And it's something I personally could be a lot better with because I get caught up in stuff, travel, whatever it is. So do you, Mike. I mean, we talk about that a lot.
Right.
We're together a lot, but it's like work related stuff, but we try to have fun too, like you just brought up. But if there's ever a time to detach and just not do anything and just hang out, those are the best times.
By far. And look, like it's also like I think what the male brain does is we harp on the negative or the things that went wrong, and we don't realize how much we accomplished.
That's right.
And I think it's good and bad. You should focus and try to get better and craft your tool on the negative, but and that's what's been pretty cool about our whole team with Prestige Access. We keep each other in check of, hey, we're already doing all this. Like, that's pretty awesome. And also, like, so we've,
Yeah.
like, mentally, we have the right team behind the scenes, in front of the camera, and I just think it's been awesome. And yeah, to share those insecurities, or just have real conversations, is what this is all about. Yeah,
We had and we won't get in the specifics, but we had a thing a couple weeks ago where, we were talking as a team and we were like, oh, this is really good, and then
right,
one of us said, but nothing. Look what we're doing. This is great. Let's just focus on this. And I was like,
yeah,
yeah, you guys are right. Because I'm always, what's next? How can
right.
we do better, better, better? And sometimes you have to look objectively at it from 30,000 feet and say, oh, wait a minute. This is pretty cool. Let's live here for a minute, take the W, and go from there.
Yeah, everybody on the outside right now, like, my DMs are filled with inappropriate questions to you, but also, like, you guys are crushing it, like, and it's been cool, and it's, people are definitely in tuned and watching, and it's been, from, like I said, I didn't realize the impact we were already making until we were at ACW, and I was walking down the ring and people were heckling me, knowing it was associated with you. And that was pretty freaking cool. And I was like, yo, Ty, they see the logo, they see us, they see my bald head, they're like, this guy's gonna interfere. I was like, I promise you I'm not gonna interfere.
Enzo too, he was like, don't even start with me, my man. And you're like, what do I even do? But he just recognized you.
He knew,
he recognized you
gate.
from the show.
Yeah, from the gate. I mean, it was pretty cool, man. That was I'm looking
Is that
forward
the
to
first
more of
time
those.
you've experienced something like that? Like people
Yeah, so yeah, that was first ever to that magnitude. I've been to Raw, I've been to SmackDown, I was at WrestleMania in Philly, but that was a whole different animal.
well,
Like,
I mean like people recognizing you to that capacity.
in a realm where I didn't assume that. Yes,
Yeah,
that was the first time. Yeah, I did not expect that at all.
right.
In the card memorabilia side, I get that a lot, but it's like,
Mhm.
people knowing me from that, when we had A-Rod on, it was wild. But normally it's like adjacent people like that knew me before or something. That was no, to
Yeah,
be in a city where I've never stepped foot in and people heckle me, like, no, that's never happened in my life.
well, that was kind of my fault, I guess, because you were
We
with
didn't
me.
realize it. Yeah.
You and Ty were with me
Uh-huh.
in Gorilla right before the show's about to start. I was going on first,
Uh-huh.
and I was like, yeah, why don't you just go down the ramp? It's fine. And you
Mhm.
did. But looking at it now, it was the start of the show. I guess people would recognize you. So they might have
Yeah.
thought it was a work like, oh, Powers and his podcast team. That son of
Gotta
a
hit him
bitch.
with the camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
Also, like, with the guy behind me too, my camera, like, there was we were in that position for a while before the match actually started. Because there was B-roll that ran, and
Yep.
just the hyping up of the live pay-per-view and stuff like that. You don't realize, like, oh, okay, like it. So I had to switch out my batteries and the camera dies. The minute the camera dies, the guy goes, "See, the camera's not even."
Oh my
I was
God.
like, yo, dude, I'm switching the battery now. Like, we are filming this shit. Like, I was
Wow.
getting so,
Yeah.
yeah. And honestly, you told us, like, hey, you stay to the side because we're going to come in and it's going to, the minute I get to the end of the ramp, this shit's going down. So, like, that was the one thing we knew, that there was going to be activity, but I was standing exactly where you told me to stand, but I still
Yeah.
became a part of it, which was still something that I'll never forget. So that, yeah, it's been awesome. It's been cool. And to share that with our audience is cool. And like I said, a lot of those people followed me from that day, and they're commenting and DMing us and asking us questions. So it's been cool. I can't complain at all. It's been awesome.
Well,
And
we're doing something fun, man. This was our idea. This was our
yeah.
thesis. This is what we wanted to do. So now we're doing it. We're in it. And it's work, but it's also fun, like we're talking about right now.
Mhm.
And we're just starting, really. This is going to be 13 here, man. We're going to be talking someday when we're at 1,000. And imagine what we're going to be doing then. You know?
That's yeah, look, it's been so cool, and yeah, I can't wait to continue this journey. And hopefully the warm weather, man. I know you're getting out of here, you're very lucky to go south for a couple of days, but I'll be thinking of warmth while you're here.
Yeah, well, I'm getting depressed, man. So we're heading to Universal, so that'll be fun. Um, I am probably gonna have to sacrifice my mental state for the kids to ride these rides. I don't do well on the roller coasters,
Yeah,
man.
for people who don't know, Zach goes into a comatose state.
I have
Like,
to.
I just thought it was bad, dude. Before, if I didn't know you and you do it well, I just saw you like blinked, like your eyes were closed, and then I noticed
My
like
eyes are closed.
yeah, but every picture, like, so I was like, wait a minute, like, yeah, dude, that's
It's it's by design. I have
I
to.
love it.
I have
I
to. Or I
love it.
can't survive. That's my only way.
The yeah. So you're going to Orlando, right?
Yeah.
Universal Orlando. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we haven't gotten on to that Harry Potter bike ride one yet. We try to get on it every single
You
time.
have to. Hagrid, you
Yeah,
have to. It's the
my
best.
wife's starting to have, and the thing is, we're theme park heads, so it's not like the at bats weren't there. We're there probably two times a year. It's been like a 3 hour wait every time, and
Yeah, it's a tough
it
one.
shut
And
down
it
twice
actually
when we paid for the fast lane.
it breaks down a lot.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, so that's been a bummer. That Jurassic Park ride is insane. I'll never go on that again.
Wait, Jurassic Park. Velocicoaster?
Yeah, that
Oh,
thing's
that's the
insane.
one. That's
Yeah,
that's what I'm talking
no,
about. It's
that and the Stardust one in the other
Stardust.
the
Yeah.
yo, Stardust was great the first half. That second half, I was like, just launch me out of here. I
think
did
it
not
needed,
want to be on it.
yeah. I think the first part was good.
Yeah, and then just get rid of it. Like, get rid of the rest.
Dude, I almost no, I can't do it. I don't know. I feel like they're entirely safe and all that, but dude, I don't know. I can't do it.
Also, you got too much to live for, my man.
Yeah, dude, I just here's my thing. It's like obviously they test them, right? But what do they put in the seats to test them with? Like dummies? Like
Yeah, so
and then are the dummies my size? Like
that's fair. That is a
Yeah.
fair question. They're water dummies. Yeah, sometimes. Also, sometimes it's the maintenance people or the employees. I have been a dummy. I could gladly tell you that. Yeah, nitro. Also, there's a lot of safety measurements and stuff like that like iron curtain, like electronic curtains and stuff. So like it's not like two of the trains could occupy a place at the same time unless something catastrophic happened, but there's always safeties and procedures. But again, with that said, I'm telling you this, and the last time I operated a ride, I was 17 years old. So you're alive, your hands are still in kids' hands, but there are computers behind.
So we do the VIP guides and they're great. And so I was talking to one a couple of years ago, and one thing that Universal and Disney, for obvious reasons, liability, 24 hours a day, those rides are protected, and like they've gone over and tested. Even when the park is closed throughout the night, they're running them. They're serviced every single night, morning and night. So like you're good. But I'm just like, well, dude, who's the biggest guy to ride this ride?
And I will also share, to make it a little more local, New Jersey, the Six Flags, they're inspected way more than the rides on the shore. Speaking of the Jersey Shore,
you mean the carnival rides that you should?
I will never go on those things.
No,
I don't care.
No.
Like I love walking the boardwalk, seaside, any shore. Yeah, I'll go to any of them, but I'm not going on those rides, man.
I'm all set. By the way, did they change the name of Moby Dick, the one that goes like this?
Oh, I think they did. Yeah, I saw they were moving some stuff too. Like,
it was funny because I've never gone on it because I just won't. But I was like, I think it was last year. I was like, "Isn't that called Moby Dick?" And they changed the name.
They did.
Why is it not politically correct anymore? I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe copyright. Maybe somebody came in and swooped it. We should have copywritten Moby Dick.
I
could have been
guess.
the name of the pod.
Yeah, I don't know, but
I can't think that would be inappropriate. I don't know. Like,
you never know anymore, man. I don't know.
It's wild. Yeah, that stuff is wild. I give up on that.
Yeah. But it's
Yo,
funny.
dude.
No, I will not go on carnival rides. I won't do it. Not to
No.
mention, you look at them and they turn and then they're coming off the ground, and you're like, dude, why would I? Why would I go on
Yeah,
that?
and the fencing around them is not even up to the indie wrestling like
Correct.
guardrails.
There's more regulation on independent wrestling than carnival rides.
You're
They're just
safer.
in the back
Just
of a
wrestle.
truck. Yeah, they're just in the back of a truck, like sitting there if they're not being used. Like, what is that
Yeah.
about?
And they're traveling also, like, you know,
Yeah.
obviously there's different, I mean, as you know, the closer you're out of salt water, even your car gets destroyed. So I can only imagine some of these rides where they've been, and I assume they go somewhere over the winter to get winterized or something. But yeah, dude, they get inspected like once a year.
I know. When they
Great
open,
Adventure's getting inspected every day. Yeah.
when they open, and then you got
Exactly.
the janitor with the hot dog. It's good,
Yeah.
you know. It worked. It went around once. It's good, you know.
Oh man.
I don't know, man. Look, wrestling started as a carny business, right?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people don't know that. You went to carnivals and you wrestled. That's how pro wrestling started.
That's awesome.
I would rather work one of those shows than go on the rides. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, one more thing that messed with my mental health this week, and so there was a situation where one of a foundation I work with, they have a circus coming in for the kids, and they were going to use a version of a clown or something, and they told them, no, we don't paint our clowns in that. Clowns aren't put in that kind of paint anymore, or like aren't reflected that way. That's offensive. I was like, great. So again, like now clowns have better rights than bald men in this country.
Oh my
Like
God.
everybody rips on me for being bald. By the way, I chose to do this. I chose to.
There you go.
I still had a little bit of hair going, and I could have went full, like kept going. I just one day I bicked it and haven't looked back. So. I wish I was completely bald.
I like it, man. I like it.
Yeah, I like it too, honestly. You know.
But wait a minute. You got to go back for it. So now clowns can't be clowns? I don't.
Exactly. Like just the
You're a
way
clown,
this world
bro.
is nuts.
You're a clown.
Yeah, I'm gonna get the details. So I reached out to we lived down the street to a clown family. They were like, yo, it's wild. So I swear I'm not messing. They would teach us how to ride unicycles. My buddy Mike Seifert, he can actually really ride one. It was awesome. They were a great family, but yeah, we called them the clown family, and people were like, they were like, why do you call them that? I was like, no, they're legitimately clowns. That was.
Did you ever go over for dinner and everyone's just wearing the clown makeup, or like?
I babysat their kids once.
How does that work?
Yeah, he had to go to an event, and I guess like their real sitter like canceled, and they just saw me out shooting baskets in my driveway. They're like,
They said, "Hey
get
man,
over
you
here."
want to be a clown?"
Yeah. I remember too. I didn't negotiate the money. It happened so quick, and they paid me like I felt like the clown after I got that. It was not worth it. Let's put it that way. There was 3
What they
kids.
pay you to do? What?
Dude, I remember it not being enough to buy like a pack of cards. Like, and I had to watch 3 of their kids. It was the worst.
Oh my God.
But also, like, we used to we would play baseball, and we would hit their house like it was Normandy, like just bombs after bombs. If somebody did that to my house, and I swear you could talk to my brother about it or whoever, the amount of times we hit their home with a baseball. If you hit my house once like that, I'm coming after your dad. Like, you know what I mean? Like, like we were kids, but I'd be like, yo, you're paying for that shit, because we destroyed that house. It looked like a clown house because the amount of balls we hit into it. But yeah, it was wild, man. But yeah, now clowns have more rights than bald men, which is
What
wild.
a bunch of clowns, man.
Yeah, I feel like the clown. I'm gonna start wearing
That's
makeup.
crazy.
Uh,
I don't
But
think
no,
we
I
get
like-
to a world where a clown is politically incorrect now, but here we are.
I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. I'll get more details and share on the next episode, or share on their socials, because like it was like I didn't know they had rights like that, or even like they were misrepresented. Like, could you imagine like the clowns like union coming together, like the wrestling union?
The
and be
clown
like,
union. Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Is Doink the Clown dead? He died, right? I think so.
I want to say yes. I think I'm with you there. Yeah, but he
I was gonna say we could get him on and say,
right. What do you think about this? That's funny, man. Well, man, it was good to catch up. We have some exciting stuff coming up. Prestige Access. We've got some guests lined up that I think are going to be really good and definitely on brand for what we spoke about today. I'm excited for it, and we've been crushing it. Let's keep it up.
Likewise, bro. I'll talk to you later.
All right, man.